Hey guys, what's up? This is David from ConmenRDW here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Spinch for the PC and Switch, review code provided by Akupara Games. Okay, so I don't know what's up with the indie side of gaming, but they be making some of the best platformers to hit the market. Seriously, think about it. Shovel Knight, platformer. Yeah, the other games added more elements to their gameplay, but the series is a 2D platformer at its core. It's still so impressive to think about how this franchise has garnered such praise and respect in the little time it's been around, to where it's been featured in Super Smash Bros. Already. Super Meat Boy, classic indie, Xbox Live Arcade Gang, Rise Up. I remember that this game was once considered the Dark Souls of platformers. And for good reason. Beating this game was considered a massive flex back in the day, and I can proudly say I'm one of those gamers. I didn't do the bandage girl stuff though, I'm not a frickin' masochist. Celeste, the most recent of examples, but its retro aesthetic has been embraced in its physical copy collectibles like an actual cassette with a soundtrack on it, which is godlike by the way, and a storyline that'll break down any millennial with its introspective narrative on mental health and personal drive to achieve a goal. As well as the last example I'll give, A Hat in Time, a 3D collectathon, but still a platformer nonetheless, which is a perfect game to play if you want to scratch that N64 era itch. And on top of all the games that I've mentioned, there's still so many other indie platformers out there making waves and creating their own niche fan bases. Today, I want to introduce you to yet another title to add to your list of games that can be in the precision platformer category, Spinch, or as I like to call it, Developed by Queen Bee Games and published by Akupara Games, is the brainchild of the artist Jesse Jacobs. Quoted from his personal website as being his first video game, you can 100% see that his stylistic flair is all over this. The psychedelic colors and isometric imagery mixed into the level design is all just creating what is essentially an interactive art piece, and that's insanely impressive. I know that the Super Mario franchise is known for having faces on the landscape, but this is a little next level. So how can all of this have any contextual story? Simple, I'll TLDR for you. So colors are alive and they need nourishment, right? So what do they eat? Those little cue ball looking things called the Spinch. The younger ones taste the best though. The older ones make you wanna go. So the colors pull a page out of King Koopa's book of how to capture something and create a base plot for a game, and it's all up to you, the mother elder figure of the Spinch, to run, dash, jump, and die many times actually, to rescue your 12 mini-me's that are hidden throughout the 4 stages in the many worlds of color creatures. It's pretty base level stuff, but do you really need reference points for whatever this is? The gameplay here is really tight and responsive. I really enjoy the run and jump of Spinch. Also there's a wall jump which will be used often to reach heights and also tech off platforms. Speaking of tech, this game is ripe for speedrunning, which can be hinted at via the timer that is active when you're doing any stage in the game. The dash mechanic is the true star here when it comes to making those trickier maneuvers and also shaving time off that clock. But also the Spinch can really move. There have been multiple instances that I've played where you have to make a mad dash away from an incoming enemy or obstacles just to clear it by a hair. I'm really looking forward to see what the speedrun community pulls off with Spinch at future events, because one slight error can send you back so far in these stages. Checkpoints often seem a little few and far between, with the between being a gauntlet of ridiculous hazards and level layouts, but that just further emphasizes the precision and finesse factor of the game. Although, when you add in the factor of finding the 3 mini Spinches while traversing these gauntlets, that's a bit much to handle sometimes. You see, while going through each world, you have 3 babies to find, in addition to 2 bonus stages which can get you a bomb that can then be used to fight the final boss of each said world. The amount of babies you have in the levels equate to how much ammo you have in that battle. So say you're having a hard time and you somehow find only 8 of 12 babies and you couldn't even find the bonus stages. That drastically lengthens the fight, thus giving you more margin of error and repeated attempts to kill said enemy. Completing the levels and beating the boss is the end goal, but while getting to that point, finding the babies is just as important. It kind of makes me think of in Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Advance, how Mario ended up using the minis to battle DK in his respective boss stages. Which, to me, was kind of a cool reference, even if that wasn't intentional. Each of the worlds I've experienced so far have been really well designed, and seeing how Jacob's style alters to the landscape of the various settings, that's so impressive. Each world brings such unique creatures and obstacles that are so cool to look at. For being his first dive into the medium of gaming, I'd say Jesse Jacobs really knocked this out of the park. Partnered with the musical stylings of James Kirkpatrick for the sound design, this indie platformer is yet another gem to add to the pile of what I consider essential buys. Spinch will be releasing on both the PC and the Nintendo Switch for $14.99 base price, and that's 100% worth it. And that's all I have for you guys today on this review. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to smash that like button. And also, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, I have a whole bunch of games I played at the Indie Arena booth at Gamescom this year. Feel free to smash that subscribe button so you can get those coming to your sub box. Also, if you enjoyed listening to this video, give this video a like as well. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. I will see you on the next video. Later.